right? So we're going to do subtracting this week with Miss Acton. And you guys are going to be so mad after today because you're going to be finding out that all the different ways that we've done subtracting, this one's the easiest one by far. So we did hundreds charts, models, number lines, breaking apart the numbers, and this one is the easiest one by far. You're going to be so upset. This is subtracting two-digit numbers the easiest way. All right, so it says we will produce an answer for a subtraction equation. I will produce an answer for the subtraction equation. So we together are going to be showing how you make sense. Sorry, my back itches. We're going to be producing answers, which just means we're going to be finding answers to subtraction equations together. And then during the Neater-Pod, you're going to be doing that on your own. Now, this is going to be so weird, but the first thing this acting is going to be showing you is this house right here. So first thing, we're going to pretend this is our house. You're the orange house. That's where we all live. That's where we're all going to start. Our house has a top to it, which a lot of houses do, but some houses have only one floor. Some have a top floor, or we call that a second floor. But your house has the top to it, and then we have the floor, which is the bottom level where you come in from, like the ground outside. And then this is our next door neighbor. This is the house that is next door, and we're going to use that house to borrow some things. Pretend like we're like gotta borrow sugar for a recipe or something like that. We gotta borrow batteries for a toy. Think about stuff like that. But this house also has a top that kind of matches our house's top. They're kind of in the same spot, and that house also has a floor. And those two parts are important. So why is Miss Acton showing me two houses, saying I'm living one, I've got a next door neighbor? I'm going to show you why. So in this poem right here, we're going to be focusing mainly on this part right here. This part we're going to do tomorrow because it's kind of hard to teach this parts of the poem at first. It's easier to break it into two different pieces. So the first part says more on top, no need to stop. And basically what that means is if you have an equation, a subtraction equation with two-digit numbers, like let's say 78 minus 27 is your equation. If there's more on top of your floor, so the top floor on your house is 8. The bottom floor is 7. So the top and the floor have two different numbers, and the top has a bigger number. There's no need to stop. So if there's more on top, there's no need to stop, which means you don't do anything else. You just keep on going. Don't stop. Keep it moving, which means you're going to solve the equation. So we got 8 minus 7, which equals 1. Then you get 7 minus 2, which equals 5. So the answer would be 51 to this equation. Okay. Now, let's pretend that we're doing the bottom one. There's more on the floor. So instead of there being a 7 down here, there's a 9 down here. Because then 9 is bigger than 8. You do have more on the floor. Then you would go next door to your next door neighbor, and you would go get 10 more. And get 10 more from them. So this is the tens column, which means that this number 78 is actually 7 tens and 8 ones. And you guys have done this a million times. So really, we're going to go over and borrow a 10 stick from the 7. So now there's not 7 10 sticks, there's 6 because we're borrowing one from them. And we're bringing that 10 stick over here to this column, which turns our number 8 into 18. And there's a 10 stick now. So you turn that number to 18. Now I can do 18 subtract 9, because before you can't do 8 subtract 9. You don't have enough fingers. 8 subtract 9. Okay, just take away 1, take away 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I don't have enough. But now I have enough. If you have 18, you can take away 9. Which means you have 18 subtract 9 equals 9. And then now, instead of 7 subtract 2, it's 6 subtract 2, which equals 4. So it completely changes your answer. Those are a lot of steps right there, and we're not going to be doing that part tomorrow. We're mainly going to be sticking where the equation has more on top. Let's see another example. All right, so 65 minus 21. All right, so let's take it out. More on top. So look at my top floor. I got the number 5, and my bottom floor has the number 1. So there's definitely more on top, so there's no need to stop. I just keep going and solve the equation. 5 minus 1 equals 4, and 6 minus 2 equals 4. So the answer is 44. So more on top, no need to stop. Just keep it moving. Let's try another one. All right, more on top. Top floor, no need to stop. Just keep moving. 5 minus 1 equals 4. And 6 minus 2 equals 4. And then over here I kind of showed you the houses are in the background, but I kind of taken them away to show you what the equation would look like when you see it today. Because you're not going to have all those pretty houses to help you. Oh, more on top, no need to stop. More next door, and more on the floor, go next door. All right, so 65 minus 21. I'm looking at my house first. 65 minus 21. 5 is definitely more, so there's more on top. No need to stop. I just solved the equation. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. The answer is 44. Right, 5 minus 1, more on top. So 5 minus 1 equals 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Okay, so next we got 55 minus 13. So more on top. No need to stop, just solve the equation. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 40. The answer is 42. How easy is this, guys? No drawing models, no getting out a hundreds chart, drawing a number line, breaking out the number. It's just so much easier. All right, more on top. 8's bigger than 4, so there's definitely more on top. So we just solve the equation. 8 minus 4 equals 4. 7 minus 3 equals 4. The answer is 44. I think we had 44 on one of our last ones too. All right, same equation over here. Just don't have the houses behind there to distract you. 8 minus 4, there's more on top. No need to stop, just go through and solve the equation. 8 minus 4 is 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. And if you're having trouble doing the 8 minus 4 just right after that in your head, again, Miss Acton is like 20 years older than you guys. So I've had a lot of experience doing this. You can use your fingers. So start with 8 and take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my answer. Start with 7. Take away 3. 1, 2, 3. The answer is 5. Or sorry, start with 7. Take away 3. 1, 2, 3. The answer is 4. Don't be ashamed in using your fingers. All right, so let's look at this one. All right, we've got more on top. No need to stop. I just solved the equation. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 1, 2. 6 minus 5 is 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. Don't be ashamed to use those fingers if you need to. All right, friends, that's it. So now you're going to solve some equations on your own. Decide if there's going to be more on top or more on the floor. All of these are going to be more on top. No need to stop. So you're just going to see the top number on the first column is bigger than the bottom number on the floor, and you're just going to go through and solve the equation. So easy peasy today. Have fun.